What's going on, YouTubers? It is week 40. Week 40 is in the books. We had some huge distributions come in this week for week 40. 5 different tickers, well over 100% distribution. Let's take a look. 187% distribution this week from COIW. 140% distribution from MSTW, 137% distribution from TSYY, 119% distribution from PLTW, and 115% distribution from TSLW. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these are Roundhill products for the weekly pay. They're kicking ass. I got the green bandana on because we did hit a portfolio record high. We broke, what was it? 62% distribution average for our portfolio. We started the week off with $19,680 invested in the portfolio. For all of you that are new to the playlist, I'm trying to grow a weekly income portfolio up to $100,000. I'm using that income to pay off my house in record time. Let's get into the numbers. QQQY, this one came in at 38% distribution, $5.36. How good is my math? QDTE, this one came in at 30% distribution, $1.66. Next one up, QDTY, this one came in at 25% distribution, $1.53. What do we got next? WDTE, this one came in at 30% distribution, $3.23 added to the income. XDTE, this was our lowest distributor in the portfolio, only 20% distribution, giving us $1.20. SDTY, 21% distribution, $1.31. Next one up, IWMY, this one came in at 51% distribution, $7.99. RDTE, this one came in at 56% distribution, $2.93. RDTY, this one came in at 36% distribution, $2.03 for the income. YBTC, this one came in at 47% distribution, $3.20. And Bitcoin should be booming. It's October. Bitcoin's starting to pick up, so maybe some of these Bitcoin ones will give us a little bit more money. BCCC, this one came in at 39% distribution, giving us 92 pennies. YieldMax came in at 56% distribution, $3.36. YieldMag came in at 32% distribution, $2.37 added to the income. Let's effing go. This one came in at 62% distribution, $6.52. LOX, BLOX, the mustache. This one came in at 37% distribution, giving us 82 cents. GPTY, this one came in at 34% distribution, $2.18 added to the income. NBDW, this one came in at 66% distribution, $4.86. Excuse me. NVII, 74% distribution, $5.04. Let's scroll. Well, we got TSLW, 115% distribution, $7.85. Awesome. TSII, 69% distribution, $5.13 added to the income. TSYY, 137% distribution, $56.61. Outstanding. AAPW, 46% distribution, $2.99. Our top performer for distributions, 187% distribution. Crazy. $12.06. COII, 22% distribution, $1.35. PLTW, 119% distribution, $12.19. Can you guys hear my fan? I forgot to turn it down. MAGY, 34% distribution, $2.28. MST, this one came in at 85% distribution, $3.04. MSII, this one came in at 21% distribution, giving us 95 cents. MSTW, 140% distribution, $3.18. Awesome. USOY, 65% distribution, $26.18. And last but not least, YETH, 75% distribution, $44.96. We pulled in $235, 62% distribution average with this portfolio. Now, if you look at the weeklies across the board, let's compare a couple just for shits and giggles and a little entertainment. You got the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the Russell 2000, Defiance, Roundhill, and YieldMax competing against these three categories. Top distributor for the S&P 100 is Defiance, blowing away the competition. Next one up, S&P 500, Defiance takes it again, almost 10% more than the other two. In the last category, small caps, Roundhill beats out the competition, 56%, awesome. Bitcoin category, Roundhill versus Global X, Roundhill giving out the bigger distribution. The crypto category, YieldMax versus Nicholas. YieldMax almost doubled what Nicholas gave out this week. NVDA category, Roundhill versus Rex. Rex beating out the competition this week, outstanding. Tesla, the Tesla category, Roundhill, Rex, and Granite. Granite crushing it. Look at that. 130+% distribution week after week from Granite. That's awesome. The Coinbase category, Roundhill and Rex. Roundhill, geez, 5, 6, 7 times the amount of what Rex is giving out. 187% distribution. Out freaking standing. Our last category, MSTR. Roundhill crushes Defiance and Rex with 140% distribution. Like I said, my weekly portfolio average came out to 62%. The green bandana's out. This is the best we've seen it all year long. The highest distribution average for the portfolio. Let's take a look at net assets. At the beginning of the month, I pulled the data for the net assets to see if people are still investing in these different tickers. So QQQY looks like they went up 17 million in net assets. QDTE, they went up, ooh, my math sucks, 80 million in net assets. Nice growth. QDTY, this one only went up 0.4 in net assets about. WDTE, this one went up 0.5%, 5 million in net assets, 0.5. XDTE, Roundhill, this one went down just a little bit, 0.2 million in net assets. That's not good. SDTY, surprisingly, this one went up. It went up 1.5 million in net assets. IWMY, this one went up 13 million in net assets. RDTE, this one went up 10 million in net assets. RDTY, this one went up about 4 million in net assets. YBTC, this one went up, what's that? Almost 40 million in net assets. Nice growth. BCCC, this one went up 4 million, about 4 million in net assets, and it's our cheapest expense ratio. Just keep that in mind. YieldMax decreased by 0.05 billion. It's still the biggest portfolio in the weekly from what I'm holding. $1 billion is a lot of effing money. Excuse me. YMAG, this one went up about 50 million in net assets. Let's effing go. This one went up about 12 million in net assets. BLOX, the mustache. This one over doubled in net assets. Huge growth. That's awesome. GPTY, this one went up about 15 million in net assets. NVDW went up 11 million in net assets. Excuse me. NVII, this one went up about 11 million in net assets. I think I just said that. TSLW increased over 40 million, 44 million in net assets. Our smallest net assets holder is TSII, but it did go up. It went up almost 2 million in net assets. TSYY doubled, over doubled. Went from 130 million to 291 million in net assets. This one is getting very popular. It's dishing out distributions like it's nothing. AAPW went up 10 million in net assets. COIW went up 30 million in net assets. COII, it went down. People are pulling away from this one. They lost a little over $1 million in net assets. PLTW went up 35 million in net assets. MAGY, this one almost doubled. It doubled, 66 to 112 million in net assets. Outstanding growth. That's huge. MST, this one went down almost 10 million in net assets. Not surprising. The decay on this one is horrible. It hit an all-time low, I think, last week. Disgusting. MSII, this one went down 2 million in net assets. MSTR has been struggling, but the Bitcoin's coming up. The October is here. MSTW, this one went up 15 million in net assets. No surprise, USOY has been struggling. The decay is taking it. It lost 3 million in net assets. And YETH, our last one, went up 45 million in net assets. Out frickin' standing. That's all I got. I try to keep these quick. Cover a little bit of info. I know not right now, taking a look, there are over 59 different weekly ETFs of this style that you could look at and put in your portfolio if you wanted. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you to do it, but this option's out there. You might be able to make a little bit of money. You might not. Good luck. We'll see you next week.